Alright, hello everybody, this is Example, and today I'm going to bring you the tutorial on how to make the boat launcher, the 360-degree boat launcher. So, it's a pretty fun little design to make. It is kind of difficult getting the boats into the hole, but we're gonna do it. Me and you, we're gonna do it. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is make sure that we've got a pad. Now this is the pad that you'll ultimately be standing on. So in the center it's a 3x3 bunch of blocks, and that is pretty much where we're going to start building the actual machine on. And you need something to stand on around the outside, so I've put some blocks down here like that. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is we need to decide on what materials we're going to use to make the cage. Now I'm going to use panes of glass. You can use iron fences, and you can also use wooden fences. I would not go ahead and use cobble fence because that's a bit too thick. So anything with the same kind of hitbox. Now I'm just going to do the first layer all the way around like this. That's just one row of panes of glass all around like that, so you've got the center block in the middle. Now what we need to do is we need to do this too high, so I'm going to place the first one there, and then against that I'm going to put a wooden fence post so that it's floating in the middle, one block above in the center like that. So we're going to use that to place our water on in a second. Next thing we need to do is we need to continue the glass panes all the way around, so that we've got this nice little cage, and that is pretty much what we're going to stand up against and jump up into the boats, and that gives us the right sort of distance away from the center to give us that boost that we need. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to place down a pane of glass there, one there, one there, and one there, and that is what you should have now. It's just like a little a cross pattern. So that is on the third block high. So 1, 2, 3, and we have them arranged like that. So you should be able to work it out based on this image here. Alright, the next thing we need to do is we need to place our water in there, and it should stay. If you can't place it, you've got to hold down shift and then drop the bucket of water on top, and that should be pretty good. The next thing we need to do is we need to cap it off, and to do that we're going to be putting panes of glass around the top like this. And we should be good. Oops, we've done that wrong. Around like this, and we should be good to go. Yep, one more. There we go. That's it. So that's pretty much the cage, and that's done. Now I destroyed the water by accidentally placing a pane of glass in the wrong spot, so we're going to put the water back. There we go. The water's back. Okay, so now we need to get the boats in there, and oh my goodness, this is quite difficult. So to do this, what I'm going to do, what I suggest you do is build a little cage on top. Build a little cage on top like this. Okay, so we're going to go a little bit further this time. So you should have something that looks a little bit like that. And instead of placing this fence here, we're going to actually remove that, and we're going to place down a dispenser. Now the dispenser is what we're going to use to dispense our boats. So there we go, like that. So you should have something that looks like this now, and I would actually place wood and fence here and here, just in case. We don't want boats flying everywhere. Now I think this might work. We'll find out in a second. Next thing we need to do is place a bucket of water here like that, so the water is flowing out from the dispenser and down. Now our boats are going to sit up on top of this dispenser. I'm going to place a block here like that, a solid block on top of the dispenser. So make sure you've got something that looks similar to this, like that. So we're going to go around it so you can see. Make sure that you can get a good look at this and see what to do. There we go. Right, now we're going to need to somehow get our boats into here, and we are going to use, well, we're going to do it the old method. We're not going to use a clock. You can use a clock if you want. So I'm going to place like a switch here on top of this block, and every time I flick the switch, it's going to dispense an item that's inside this dispenser here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, they're over here. Inside this chest I have like a bunch of boats already in it, so I'm going to grab a copy of that. It's going to be saving me a bunch of time. You're going to need 3 double chests full of boats, so we're also going to need a hopper So let's grab a hopper. We need a couple of hoppers actually. Place the hopper there like that into that dispenser by holding shift, and then place your boat, your double chest of boats like that. There we go. They'll start getting sucked in. That's fine. And we need to do this. We need 3 double chests. Now the reason why we need 3 double chests is because the area inside this this square area inside here is actually quite large. It's bigger than a 1x1 hole, and we need to add more boats to give us some more boost. Now there are ways of focusing these boats, but I'm not going to go into that right now. So the next thing we need to do is we need to make sure we add another double chest full of boats, and there we go. They're all getting sucked down and they're getting ready to be dispensed by the dispenser. Now please start being careful, because we could have an explosion of boats. Right, so to get this working, we just need to start dispensing our boats, and this is how we do it. A wee while later and they should be done. Alright, now that I've finished dispensing my boats, I need to actually leave that block there, but take away that lever and break this chest, and I need to place down a regular piston like so, and also break that chest, place a block, and now I need my lever back, which I've destroyed, but let's go grab one here and place it there, and we're going to push the boats, hopefully all of them together, forwards. So let's try that. There we go. Now they're sitting on top of the water. They're all clumped together. That's fine. I need to cut off this water that we've placed down here earlier, and to do that I'm just going to use a fence and drop that fence in there, and now the boats should drop down onto that block of water there. So that's fine. Now we can actually remove all this stuff that we've built here. This is not necessary anymore. So we can get rid of all this. There we go. And that's pretty much it. So what you're going to notice is that you're going to get boost probably from one side, maybe this side. No, not even that side. The boats are dead center inside here now, and they're all stuck together, and it's not going to do anything. So if you get this far and you go, it's not working, well, there's one more thing we need to do. It's actually quite interesting. So let's get rid of some stuff, and we need to climb in. Right click on a boat and start rowing. That's it. Row your boat, mix it up, get all those boats all around the place, and what this is going to do is try and evenly spread the force of each boat, so we get a boost in each direction. Once you've done that, you jump out and you should be ready. Let's try it. Let's just try and see if we can get a boost here. Oh, there we go. Yep, we got fired out. So that's it. That's pretty much the whole mechanism right there and then. So let's head back. So that's it. That's pretty much how to make one of these 360-degree boat launchers. Now, you can take that water away. If that water is starting to bother you, you can take it away, but you're going to need a bucket, and it's actually quite difficult to get that water out. Another thing you could possibly do is use a piston and push a block in there and remove it, but we should be able to. If you hold down shift and right click on that water, you should be able to remove that water, and the boat should still be stuck in place. There we go. Yep, so we're all fine, and that's it. That's the design. It's really simple. It's a little bit challenging to get those boats in there, but once they're in there, you're good to go. So hopefully you've enjoyed that tutorial. I know it's not overly well explained, but if you follow it, you should be able to build this boat launcher and get those boats in there without much hassles. You might see there's a few boats down on the ground here. We did have a few mishaps trying to work out how to get the boats in there, and well, they're still down there. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial. Enjoy your flying, happy flying any way you want to, and I will catch you next time.